There are new calls for accountability after the Texas flooding tragedy. Tomorrow will mark 3 weeks since the catastrophic floods that killed more than 130 people, including many children. Yesterday, officials held the first legislative hearing since the July 4th disaster. CBS News correspondent Jason Allen joins us now from Austin, Texas this morning. Jason, it's good to see you, my friend. So give us the takeaways from yesterday's hearing.
Vlad, the phrase that we heard repeated a lot in that hearing yesterday was, "We're better than that." There appears to really be this broad consensus, right, that there were failures or at least shortcomings in knowing what was about to happen, the data, the communication between all the officials, the communication during the response. But there are also kind of two sides setting up here. One side that wants to look at the unpredictability of this event and doesn't want to point fingers of blame at anybody. But the other side that really does want to know what went wrong, what happened that morning that allowed for so many people to die. Here's one of the exchanges that stood out from yesterday.
When was an order for evacuation ordered?
I do not believe there was ever one ordered, sir.
There was never one ordered.
To my knowledge, I'm not aware of one, no.
Yeah, and later in the hearing, there were even more pointed questions about who was up, who was on the phone that should have been there and having those warnings. We expect we'll probably get even further into the weeds on that when there is a hearing that happens in Kerrville that's scheduled for next week.
All right, Jason, let me ask you about what went wrong, because it's about what comes next. What are people saying to you about the recovery efforts?
You know, when I've talked to some of the people who are there locally in Kerrville, and even when we talked to a representative that covers that area yesterday, what they're concerned about really is what's right in front of them right now. Yes, they want to know about warnings, but they've got piles of debris that are building up. They've got homes and businesses that are out of business now or destroyed completely, and they want to know what's being done to fix that. So as I said, we talked to a representative, Wes Verdell, and here's what he told us about what he's hearing from people there on the ground.
What people want is to get back to their normal life as soon as possible. It's going to take a year or two for those who lost property, and it's going to take a way longer than that for those who lost their loved ones to kind of get through that process.
Yeah, and they're concerned about it right now. I was just texting with the owner of a small business, a mother with 2 kids. She doesn't have clients coming in right now. She's not getting any help or assistance, and she's really worried about what's happening in the weeks and the months ahead for her.
Jason Allen with some crucial reporting and details there for us. Jason, thank you very much. Appreciate it.